Colleagues, I think I want to thank the minister. For the first time, he was very frank to this house. Because he has been keeping quiet. And when I was telling him that you are taking a big elephant, he didn't know that he would go in this. This time he was very frank to say there is no money. Last financial year you missed 1 trillion. This time you have another trillion missing. So how do you expect the roads to be worked on? 2, we have 23 stations. All stations have old equipment. He hasn't said it. They have no equipment. Most of them, the stations, want to borrow from the districts, who have slightly newer machines. And I think it's high time, General Katumba, you told this house that we need to buy equipment for your stations. Because if they have the equipment, they will be able to come in. For example, most of the contractors have refused to work despite you giving them call of orders because they have so much money outstanding. 2, this issue of the managers, they are not active. I want to be open to General Katumba. You have taken so long to formalize the working so that they can get money for fuel. They don't have money for fuel. The money is on the account, but they can't access it. And I want to tell General Katumba that the sector you are holding is so crucial. I told the people here that if you have your children, you want to take them to school. If they can't go to government school, they can go to private. If my mother can't go to an official hospital, they can go to private. But how about the roads? It's the mandate of government to have roads done. And the area we become, like in 2021, 2001, when we gave them a trillion, that's what we begin with. 4, Minister of Finance, I think you better stop being armchair people. Get out of your offices and move in the country. The roads are so important that you don't need to spare any time to give them the money. True. I feel that it's high time this parliament recognize that the roads are key in the development. Lastly, General Katumba and Madam Speaker, when you talk of these roads, you are talking of Ibanda Tumbarara, Ishaka Tumbarara, Ntungama Tumbarara. Why don't you talk of Isinjo? Why you get your matoki?
Honorable Nathan, you said these people of finance should get out of their offices. Do they sleep in the offices?
No, what I'm saying, for example, they wrote the budget. I
thought they use the same roads to go wherever
they go. They don't. Most of them are staying in Kampala here. They wrote the budget.
Honorable Musasisi is all the way from.
And he told you for the first time where we moved.
And he knows the state of the roads.
I'm sure if most of the people moved around to see where they put the money, we passed the budget in May, sorry.
Honorable members, I want to urge all of you in your oversight role to ensure that you monitor these roads. See what is happening on the roads and report back.
I thank you for that, Honorable Speaker.
We cannot leave that to only finance. Let it be our responsibility for all of us. Yes, Stella?
Thank you, thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. I want to thank government for its efforts put in maintenance and construction of roads. However, we still have a lot of challenges. I want to bring to the attention of the minister that we have Moroto-Lokutonyala Road that is on construction now and almost getting to completion, but we have the majority of the PAPs not compensated. Honorable Minister, I want to know when you're going to complete compensation of those PAPs before the road is complete.
Thank you.
And then you talked about Moroto-Lopei Road and then Kotido Karenga Road. Honorable Minister, we have a tarmac road that has not taken more than 15 years. And from Moroto-Kotido Junction up to Moroto Town, that is on Moroto-Soroti Road, we have a stretch that the tarmac has deteriorated too much to the extent that we even don't have potholes on the road, but we have water ponds on the road. what are you thinking about repairing that part? And then we have Moroto Lokiriama Road, Lokiriama in Kenya. That road has totally degenerated and is the road under Ministry of Works. What are you thinking about maintenance of that Maram Road? Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Minister, why you get some of these things, deterioration of the road and maybe the potholes and whichever, it's good to work on them for it not to worsen before they worsen, because we all appreciate we have money problem, but we could actually work on such things. Masindi?
Thanks so much, Right Honorable Speaker, and thank you, Minister, for the report. I wish to thank you and your team that worked on the Kampala Guru Road, especially on those potholes that were making a number of accidents, especially the head-on collisions. That was very proactive. Secondly, as we wait for the oil, the first oil, as you know, I come from the oil region. I thank, of course, the government for the good roads. I think Bunyoro is one of the sub-regions that has the best roads because of the oil and gas. But there's this road of Biso, Masindi Biso Road. I see a number of trucks heavy loaded with oil-related products suffering going to Bulisa because it is shorter to pass through Masindi than Hoima. So can we know the update of that road as we wait for the first oil? Thanks so much.
Azar?
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Credit must be given where it is due. Thank you very much, government. Thank you very much, Minister of Works. Our road from Koboko Yumbe Moyo is being worked upon, and the progress is moving on very well. It's moving on very well. However, Madam Speaker, I'm happy the Minister of Internal Affairs is here. There's a roadblock, there's obstruction. There's that old colonial dilapidated police barracks which has impeded the progress of the road around Moyo Town Council. And this involves Minister of Finance, Minister of Works, as well as Minister of Internal Affairs. We are all aware that all those affected areas were compensated, schools were compensated, offices were compensated, even the police barracks was compensated. And we have already identified, as a district, we have already identified land outside the town council so that the barracks can be shifted to a more spacious area so that it can give way for the construction of Koboko Yumbe Moyo Road. And lastly, Madam Speaker, the ferry at Laropi is always breaking down. There's always congestion. People are not moving. You may waste about 2 to 3 hours just waiting for the ferry to come and cross.
Yeah.
So we are requesting that the minister works hard so that we can have the ferry crossing worked on and also the engine worked on. Thank you very much.
Edakas, Honorable Daume.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker and the House, I'd like to thank you for, in 2023, this House approved a loan for a road from Atine to Ochero, and we hoped that 2024 works would start on that road. The Honourable Minister has worked to do some work, in other words, has tried to provide information, but the population there is very anxious about this road. If you could clarify what happened, what has happened, because we had hoped that by now the works would have started on that road.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Peter. Honorable Naume and then Peter.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, my concern is about compensation of the people where roads are going to pass through. In my constituency of Shema North, the road from Nyakambu, Wizwera to Masheruka and Kabohe has been on the table for many, many years. People, the local people, the peasants where the road is going to pass through, were required to give in their land titles, to open bank accounts, to wait for compensation. But many years down the road, this has not been done. The money where they opened bank accounts has been depleted. The road, the shops have been closed for years. We don't know. The people are demanding from